Okay, I'm going to have to type some things, so I'm going to put the microphone down for just a second. But I'm going to be showing Aardvark today, which is it was initially a Firefox extension, came out about 3 years ago. I've made it a bookmarklet, so you can just add it as a bookmark and it runs in any web page. So I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to set the microphone down while I add it as a bookmark. Hold on just a second. Okay, if you just search Google for Aardvark, you'll get to it real quick. It's probably the second link. But what you do right here is right-click, if I can do that on 2 fingers down.
Max, it's so useful.
And bookmark this link. So now what should happen here, I also activated it accidentally, but I can go ahead and show you what this does. On any book, on any website you use it on, you can drag it across the screen and you see what your what you're on top of, and you can do all kinds of keystrokes. There's a list of keystrokes you can get to by pressing H, but we're going to hit, are you sure you did the keyboard so it does keystrokes? It's not taking them. Let me go over to the other site and just see if that will. Pardon me? It should work. It works in. It doesn't completely work in Internet Explorer, but it works in Safari and Chrome. It doesn't do some of the tricks I'm going to show right now in Internet Explorer. It does a lot of stuff like. You know, you can remove elements from a page like that. You can isolate things. You can do all kinds of little tricks that it will do in Internet Explorer. But the one thing I'm doing here, unfortunately, doesn't work in there. Let me go to a page. This is a pretty good page for showing some of the stuff it does. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Well, anyways, I'm going to grab some stuff on this page here. If I can, no, let's go back to this one because it's not seeming to work there. So if I select elements here, you see I've grabbed a few things. I can get this little table here, and I can press V to show the source code of it, all pretty formatted. But the cool thing that I was going to show today is if I hit whoops, there's my help for the keystrokes. If I hit okay, I'm going to go wider. That's keystroke W to go wider. I'm going to grab this table and hit J. And what this produces is actual JavaScript code that will build these elements for you in a JavaScript application. It looks like HTML, it looks almost identical to when I did view source, except it's actual JavaScript code, and you can run it. There are functions, it's nested function calls, and you can do all kinds of little tricks. I'm going to show a few here. Start off, I'll make a little window. This is just a little snippet editor I made to make it easy to show this stuff. So I create a little pop-up window, and its content area is saved into a global variable called, you can see it's called just element or container. And on the next thing, I'm going to go and do things the conventional way of creating elements in a JavaScript application, which is really ugly. You create all the, it doesn't look anything like HTML, but you can see I'm creating a div and I'm giving it background colors and all that. And when I run it, it will create, oops, I clicked it twice, it creates a little thing there. Now the new way of doing it is on the next page, which looks more like HTML you're used to. Cool new way. And I'll run that. It will do the same thing, but you see how the code is much friendlier to look at, and it's stuff that you can paste in directly from Aardvark. You can create a whole big structure if you really want to do this. Probably not the way you want to build a JavaScript app, but you can start off with something you've mocked up in HTML, then just paste in this big structure of code, and it will all just run. And then you can save things into variables and what have you. You can see if I do various things here, I'm going to set the background color of the element. Since I saved an interior element into a global variable, normally you wouldn't use a global, but you'd save it in some variable. You can get to that. You can't do that using conventional JavaScript techniques, or it just gets really, really messy to do that kind of stuff. I built very, very intricate, complex widgets with this stuff. If you want to see the kind of stuff that it really does to build complex applications in JavaScript, stop by. I'm sitting right over there. And that's about it. JavaScript Aardvark is really useful. I mean, mostly web developers use it for the view source, and people use it for just printing pages, cleaning up stuff, isolating stuff, but these JavaScript tools I think are the most powerful things, and I'm using them extensively, and I'd like other people to try them out. Thanks.